What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing? Hey, Velvet, you finally made it back on. How about that? I was beginning to wonder. Hadn't seen you in quite a while. I knew you fixed your account, but you hadn't been on since then. We had quite a few on last night. I think we had 8 people. And Jennifer was on last night. I don't know if she'll be on tonight or not. We'll see. She got an old friend of ours, Tracy, on last night. I guess she talks to him on Facebook.
Dry eye symptoms keep driving you crazy?
And we're on time, but Ken's usually waiting at the door here, but I guess he's not waiting tonight either. The only everyone tonight so far is just me and you. Although Ken should be popping in any time now, and maybe Trinity will pop in tonight. Jennifer and Tracy, maybe. Although Caitlin's over there, so she may not be on right off. Let's get the baby to sleep. Then Caitlin will be over here probably, and maybe she'll come on, maybe she won't. I don't know. It hasn't been rough. Oh my God. Try being cooped up with all the clients we had for 3 months, 24/7. Then you'll know what rough is. Yeah, there was a few times we thought we might. Especially trying to keep them occupied. Luckily for us, most of them like to watch TV, so that helped. And of course, we had the pool table there, and which they didn't really play much pool, but of course we had the painting class and the jewelry class that we did every month. That helped some. Huh. Yeah, that's strange. The schools don't make a whole lot of sense anyway. What can you expect? See my new house? Doesn't it look nice? We got a piano and everything. Well, you know what? The school don't know what the hell they're talking about most of the time anyway. Because you can catch it again right after you get rid of it. And I'd ask the school, I said, which one of you guys that I'm talking to are a doctor? Because if you're not a doctor, then you're not an expert on this subject. Simple as that. So what you're telling me is hearsay. Just because you're a school, that doesn't make it a fact. I'd be telling them, I want to hear that from a doctor. Sometimes these schools take off a little bit more. They bite off more than they can chew. They fabricate things to be to their benefit. I'm actually surprised. I thought we'd have a bunch of people in here by now tonight because last night it was so good. It was like 8 people. I figured we'd have a bunch of people today too. Strange how it works. Well, the health department probably has some way better information on it because they have to go through ACA and HIPAA. So they'll probably be way better informed than the schools. Even the information that's out there, some of it you got to take it with a grain of salt. I don't believe a lot of the crap, but that's just me. Some of it I think is a bit more dramatized than it needs to be, and some of it probably doesn't have as much information as there needs to be. And they're not really sharing all that information. Especially if it's bad news, the government tends to hide it. They don't want to cause a big panic. It's like when you're on a plane. And all of a sudden you get into some bad turbulence and they lose the motor in the plane. The last thing the pilot wants to do is to tell everybody they're going to crash. Even though he knows there's a pretty good chance it's going to happen. Because he don't want anybody to panic. He wants everybody to die in a nice, peaceful, calm look on their face. If I was on a plane and we're going to crash, I'd want to know. I could at least make a last phone call if I have a cell phone. Or I might be like old Bill Cosby used to say, I might be out on the wing flapping my arms trying to fly. Or right before the plane hit the ground, I'd jump. Hey, you never know. What's up, ASD? How you doing tonight? I don't know where everybody else is. Velvet was here earlier. She's about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes early. Usually Ken's sitting there waiting, but he wasn't either. In fact, I kind of figured Tracy would be on again tonight. Making a vid tonight. Well, it depends on whether I wake up or not. I took a nap this afternoon, and my wife woke me up at 9 o'clock. Just let me sleep way too long, which would cause me to be up all night. So I thought about doing a video myself tonight. But I also have company coming tomorrow from up in St. Mary up there. Yeah, from your game. That's cool. Yeah, I expect you to lag sometimes, Velvet. It's pretty normal for you to do that. Although my connection's not horrible tonight. It's not great, but I got 18.67 megabits per second download tonight, which is pretty good. But the upload's only 1.67, which is usually way more than it normally is. Been messing with my cameras lately, and this is my video camera I've been messing with. I wanted to make sure it would work for a live stream, which it does. It didn't the first time I tried it, but because I didn't know I had to push a button on it to activate the webcam portion of it. But it also gets 24 megapixel camera if I want to just take shots with it too. And I wanted to make sure it had a built-in microphone, which it does. But I also have a shotgun mic for it too. So I wanted to make sure of that. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras, not including my phones. I'm trying to figure out how to get a setup for a live painting at some point. But it may not be live. I may just do, I just want to do one with different cameras. I want to get a camera put on me, one on the painting, and one on the palette. where the paint is. So it's at least three cameras. If my connection ever gets any better, I do want to do a live. So I brought a 32-inch TV in, which is new. And I can hook it to my Chromebook, and I can actually log in with my other account. Then I can read whatever's on the chat where I'm sitting the other way. Okay, no problem, Velvet. I might have to run back in and get more coffee. This is getting cold already. ASD, I did investigate some more programs and stuff for my mic last night. I didn't want to use voice meter. I've tried it before. I tried the voice meter, the regular, and the banana. And it seemed to cause some conflicts that I didn't like. So I'd rather not use it. But I might have to, I don't know. I'm thinking about I just want something to just to EQ it, that's all. I just want to be able to EQ it. Get a little bit more bass. Voice meter is another program for audio. And it's also free. You get the banana version and the other regular version. The banana version, I believe, is the smaller version, and then there's a version that's way bigger. It has way more features to it. And there's also another one called, I got written down somewhere, audio something. I wasn't that impressed with that one. It's better for recording than anything else. I'm still looking around. I've found some in the past, but I just didn't write down the names of them. Audacity is another one. I mean, it's not bad, but I want something more simple. Just want to EQ the mic. That's all I want to do is EQ it. Maybe add a limiter to it or compression or both. Possibly a little bit of reverb if I want it, or a delay. Of course, if I reinstall OBS, which I probably will at some point, I know you can get some filters for it, for your audio too. Just a matter of me dedicating the amount of time to really go through that program. Your fever coming back? Take some aspirin. Get a nice cool drink of something. Iced tea or something, maybe. Eat some ice cream. There you go. That'll bring it down. But if you don't feel up to it, just log off. I don't blame you. I've actually got some professional audio software from the studio I had. I don't know if it'll bring it down or not. It might, but I don't know. Um, Start getting headaches. Yeah. Yeah, a cold chai will help bring it down too. We'll pack you in ice. But if you're getting headaches, you definitely need to get tested yourself. And you're getting a fever, that's a pure sign of it. Jane said that you said you didn't have it earlier on the phone, so evidently you probably do. Unfortunately, it looks like everybody in this world is gonna have to deal with this COVID crap for a long time, most likely, before they ever get it resolved. I don't know who that is, Dudong. I don't do shout outs to people I don't know. Or for no reason at all. Well, I'll do the video on whichever is the most popular ASD. I don't know. Or whatever one you feel is the most popular. What's up, Doc? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. We should have come in last night. We actually had 8 people in here last night, which was nice for a change. Some of them people I was expecting back tonight. Of course, the night's not over yet, but they may show up. How's everything going, Doc? Did you catch that video I did about Minnie, the Swamp Witch Minnie one? I did a song. I changed Jim Stafford's words in one of his songs, Swamp Witch, and made a joke, a little prank on Minnie. You took the COVID shot, the single one or the 2-shot one? Check that video out if you get a minute or two, Doc. It's kind of funny. It was a playful prank with Minnie. Yeah, I haven't got it yet either. I've been hearing a lot of bad things about the single shot. The 2-shot seems to be better for most people. My wife did the 2-shot, and all of our clients from the group home did the 2-shot. And it seemed to be okay. The biggest problem was my wife, when she got the first one, her arm hurt, which you probably already got yours, probably already hurting by now. And the second time you get the shot, your arms hurts again, but not quite as much as it did the first time. But it went away within a day or so, something like that. My wife's been fine. She hasn't been sick from it or nothing like that. Who else got it? Oh yeah, Recon got it too. And I believe he's getting the 2-shot also. The arm hurting is normal for you? Oh, for you, ASD? Yeah, I know that's normal. Yeah, I knew that was normal. We were told that when we run the group home from the doctors and whatever. Well, that's great. I guess you got lucky then. I'm not sure everyone's arm hurt, but a lot of the people that I did talk to said their arm hurt. Yeah, well, they say it affects different people in different ways, so that's probably the way it is. But I saw a report last night, which was a bit disturbing because now they're saying that everybody that gets COVID, I mean, out of all the people getting COVID, 25% of them already had the shot. That's pretty sad. That's a pretty high number. So you obviously can get it again, even with the shot. What's up, Recon? You're late tonight. Playing with the baby. Velvet's in here too somewhere. I'm not sure if you saw Recon, but Velvet's here too tonight. Although I think she's got COVID, I think. She's got a fever and everything else. Her son got it. Of course, they still maintain that if you get the shot, you're still less likely to get it, but you can still get it. I'm not sure how much sense that makes, but 25% is a pretty high number to get it again or to get it after you've been vaccinated from it. Your sister-in-law got COVID recon or just the shot? Yeah, just don't take ibuprofen. They say ibuprofen is not a good thing to take if you got COVID. I thought we'd see Tracy back on again tonight, along with Jennifer, but of course Caitlin's over there with Jennifer with the baby, so that might be why they're not on. But I thought Tracy would be on anyway. And Trinity was supposed to be. I don't know what happened with her. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about Tylenol with it. I don't remember hearing anything about Motrin helping, but that don't mean it don't. And like anything else, it's probably that some things work for some people and some things don't work for others. I was told that ibuprofen tends to make it worse for some reason, and that was from the medical profession. At least that's what I was told. So when we had two clients that had COVID, we made sure they didn't get any ibuprofen. No, three of our clients had it actually, but one of them we weren't exposed to at all because he was in the hospital, and he passed away with hospice. But it wasn't COVID that he passed away from. I'm sure it didn't help matters any, but COVID wasn't the direct influence. Velvet, you still with us? Maybe she logged off. She said she might have to log off because she was getting a fever and a headache. I may be pulling an all-nighter in the studio tonight. Oh, welcome back, AST. I didn't know your internet crashed. I thought only my internet crashed. Well, it was up to 4, and I went back to 3 again. Maybe it crashed again. Well, then that means taking Motrin wouldn't be a good idea for me if I had to take it, because I take blood pressure medicine, which basically helps thin the blood, from what I hear. I don't know. I'm not an expert on the subject, but well, it might have at your end, but here it was saying 4. That said 3. Now it's back up to 4 again. I've never taken Motrin that I recall in my whole life that I know of, or that I remember at all. My mother might have taken it. In fact, my wife Frances may have taken Motrin before too, but I don't. I don't remember ever taking Motrin. Mostly because I've been one of the lucky ones that didn't get headaches very often, and I could take the generic aspirins and help it, or Tylenol or ibuprofen. Yeah, see, it went way back to 3 just now. So it's probably YouTube being goofy again. You staying busy at work there, Doc? I was wondering, Doc. I know you're you're like the boss in the construction crew there or something. And do you have a problem getting help now, like a lot of people? Or are you basically keeping the same crew going all the time? No. My 2 sons worked a lot of construction, building houses and stuff, and um, they kind of stayed with the same company for quite a while. And if they slowed down, then they may go to another company for a while. But it's kind of like a circle. They work for several of the same different companies at different times. When one got slow, when they kind of got laid off a little bit, they'd go to another one. And when they got slower, they'd go to another one. But it was the same bunch of them. Yeah, you got to pay them good. That was my son's problem. One of them, he'd get good pay at one place, and then another place they'd try to screw you, basically. He had a problem with getting the hours he was actually working. So he'd keep track of it, but still he ended up getting gypped a lot. The guy that ran the business was a bit of a cheapskate. There's Jennifer. Maybe Caitlin will show up now. We'll see. Tracy didn't show up, the bum. Tell Tracy to get his butt back on here, Jennifer. Of course, it's getting late now, so oh well. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to run into the house real quick. Be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Yeah, I went to get some more coffee and I had to get rid of the last cup of coffee. If you know what I mean. I've got my cell phone on here on this live with my wife's name. Believe it or not, I've been watching a commercial on this thing, an advertisement, for at least a half an hour. Amazing. I hope YouTube pays good for them half-hour commercials. That's all I know. Yeah, I saw Jennifer. She was at my house on by the RV outside on the phone because her daughter's there. My granddaughter's in the house. Doc, is it cooling down where you are at all? It seemed like it was a little bit cooler here in Florida today. I mean, not a drastic amount, but it felt like it was a little bit cooler. Of course, the rain probably cooled it down some too, but that's usually when it gets more humid. Still the same. Well, won't be much longer, I guess. Of course, it's one of the hottest months, July and August. See, September, October will cool down some, but hell, even in Florida in October, in November, I've seen it'd be up 100 degrees or more. Just not so consistent, but it still would still get hot. I know one Christmas it was like 80 degrees or more. A couple of times in the last 20 years at least, it was up in the 80s. Y'all were getting snowbound and we were getting heat bound. 100 degrees. It might have been here today too, but I was inside a lot today, so I might not have caught the real hot part of the day because like I said, it rained. Usually when it rains, it'll cool it down some. So I didn't notice it so much. Because I'm actually going to power wash my RV today. And as soon as I decided I was going to do that, it started to rain. Of course, I still could have power washed it, but I didn't particularly feel like being outside in the pouring rain. Although I probably would have got soaking wet anyway. Okay, we kind of assumed the baby's playing with you probably. You're not playing with the baby's playing with you. They tend to do whatever they want to do. Especially with them terrible twos. Yeah, I finally had the commercial stop. I can't believe it. Over 30 minutes. Maybe once in a while I'll do that. When I log into YouTube, I'll go up past the first one or two little short commercials, and all of a sudden this big long commercial will come on. It's like a half an hour or more. about some product, you know. I'm not watching it anyway, so I don't care. I figure, hey, maybe it'll help. Then again, maybe not. So, Doc, is the price of wood still going up higher now? Is there any shortage of wood yet? I get mixed, you know, things about it around here. Last time I went to like the Home Depot and stuff, I noticed that a lot of the prices went up on 2x4s and plywood and stuff like that. Cause we had to buy some not that long ago. I noticed the price really got jacked up quite a bit. They killed 13 of our troops. Oh, in Afghanistan, them pricks. Yeah, Biden made some bad choices on that one. I guess it's time for the U.S. to just go in there and clean house. That's what it's coming down to. Oh, the prices are coming down some? Well, that's good. I was paying some pretty outrageous amounts, even for number 3 pine 2x4x8, which is really not that great. I think I was paying up to like $6 a piece for the dang things, which was high for those. Even fern strips were going up. Yeah, this Afghan bull crap. Afghanistan's, it's not going to be a good thing. Well, he better grow some pretty soon, or people in Congress better grow some fast and put the pressure on him to do something about it. Better do it now. Better do it now than later on. When they get rooted into where they want to be, it's going to be a lot harder to get them out, to get them the Taliban there out. You can tell they've been just sitting there waiting for that. It's almost like they expected it to happen. I mean, supposedly that withdrawal was done fairly quickly. I mean, to the word of it, anyways, we're far from being totally withdrawn, but we were not prepared for that at all. We should have been getting people out of there a long time ago. Should have been a big advance notice to our people over there, not just our troops, but our citizens. Should have been told way in advance before any announcement was even made, and told, get the hell out of there while you can. We're gonna lose a lot of U.S. citizens before this is over with, and a lot of soldiers. Yeah, we shouldn't be losing anybody over there at all. It just makes me sick that they actually are using our military weapons and our planes and every other damn thing. That we were so irresponsible. Our government people were, military leaders were so irresponsible that they left our weapons within their reach. That is bull. That's bull crap. And then they're going to showcase them like they're bragging about getting our weapons and our fighter jets and our helicopters and everything else. Bull. Yeah, I guess I did tell him quite a while ago. I don't know why our citizens didn't get their butts the heck out of there when they were told. That doesn't make sense. Evidently, they didn't believe anybody when they were told that they're going to be pulling out. Okay, AST. Yeah, that ISIS needs to go. That should have been dealt with a lot more thoroughly. Biden saying that the Afghanistan government would be able to maintain everything there was a really big crock of crap. That didn't last long at all. They ran them right out of there. Yeah, it would definitely take a lot of deprogramming to get rid of the brainwashing over there. If you could, some probably wouldn't work. It would probably take generations for that to happen. We went through the same thing even with Vietnam. Look at the Vietnam War. Those kids were fighting in that war down the little dugouts and tunnels and stuff like that, killing American soldiers, little kids, brainwashed. A lot of U.S. soldiers died because they just couldn't kill the child that they knew was going to kill them. It was going to be a threat. It's a hard thing to do. I don't care who you are. It's a hard thing for any man to do. You have to kill a child or a woman that's really going to try to kill you. It's a hard thing to do. One of my cousins was in the Army. He was also in the Merchant Marines later on or whatever, but he told me he was actually in them tunnels and stuff, cleaning them tunnels out and stuff. He still has PTSD bad. He still has nightmares from that back from in the Vietnam era. I was in the Vietnam era too, but I was on a ship. But he was out there in them tunnels. And he said there ain't a day goes by that he don't have flashbacks on a lot of that stuff. And he's older than I am. Yeah, we've given them a lot of money, but there also doesn't seem to be much accountability to where that money actually went and what it was even used for. I mean, they're saying one thing, but if people are finding out a lot of that money didn't go to a lot of the training that's supposed to have gone to and stuff. Probably were paying people off. Who knows? Yeah, but that's a lot of money. I mean, this country is in debt, trillions of dollars for things like that. Yeah, we never hold anybody accountable to pay us back. But unfortunately, if you look around this country, and I've been all over the U.S., there's a lot of people in our country starving. There really is a lot of kids going without food in this country. Yet we send billions of dollars to feed other third world countries, and we can't even fix our own damn problem here in the United States with our own children starving to death, and our own children and the families that are starving to death. And I'm not talking about people that are homeless by choice. I'm talking about people that are homeless that don't have a choice. Because there are some that don't have a choice. Economic reasons or whatever reasons, lost their job, can't find another one. Who knows? There's lots of valid reasons that someone would be homeless. You know, one parent could die and the other one can't pay all the bills and whatever, and they end up being homeless. But there's a lot of people that are starving in this country. They're still citizens. Whether it's even a valid reason or not, they're still citizens. We're giving our money away to other countries to feed their people. And if you really look at the picture, instead of feeding their people, they're probably buying weapons with their own money, or paying the leaders huge salaries of money and letting their people starve. Yes, that's a fact. A lot of vets die every day. All right, AST, I'm getting ready to shut down here any minute now anyway, so go ahead. We'll catch you later, AST. Have a good one. Thanks for coming by, buddy. But anyway, I've said this before. It really irritates me that we're sending so much money to other countries when we can't fix what problems we have at home. It's that simple, you know. It's like family, you know. You feed your own family first. If your neighbor's starving, then feed him too if you have to. You know, if you need to, if they need help, whatever. Feed your own family first. Same thing with your country. Feed your own country first. Then worry about everybody else. All right, Doc, thanks for coming by, buddy. Great seeing you. Have a good night, buddy. Take care. I'm going to go ahead and shut her down, I guess. Doc, I guess Ken never did make it tonight. You must have got busy tonight. Recon, take care, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow night. And y'all have a good night. Stay healthy and stay safe. Good night, guys.